It is the Riot Podcast. Happy Monday, February 28th to you. Now, Nikki is out. She's not on the show today. She is doing some road tripping, so Isaiah is here instead. Isaiah, you know what we missed? And we didn't talk about it in the show either.
What was it?
We missed National Pokemon Day, according to the RadioU socials anyways.
I did like that post. It was. I looked at that over the weekend. Was it this weekend? Yeah, it was this weekend. They posted that on
it popped up
yesterday.
On my feed.
Yesterday was on there. And some of the cards, some of them were stronger than others.
Yeah. So we each had to make our own Pokemon card. And some of us obviously may have more faith in ourselves as Pokemon than others.
Yeah, the weakest card by far, which I was going to comment, but I didn't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah, so just say it on the podcast instead.
Yeah, exactly. They'll never hear it.
Less hurtful here.
Sydney's card's weak.
Yeah.
I mean, Sydney's card is weak. Nene's card's pretty close.
Yeah. Sydney's only 100 hit points.
Well, Nene's only 110.
Oof.
But he has their powers are the exact same strength.
Oof.
50 and 20.
That's not, you don't want that in your deck.
No, you're not. I mean, you're not. You pull a Sydney and you're just like,
the battle's over.
You've got like 11 of them.
You've lost.
You've got 11 Sydneys and you're not looking for another one. But there's...
You can't trade those away, no matter how hard you try.
No, you cannot get rid of those. Nikki's card's pretty solid. 160 HP. She gets a pretty good... Her laughing attack is pretty deadly.
Yeah, that'll deflect a lot. I like your card. I like your attacks. What do you have, a gym attack and confusion? I like that.
Yeah, the gym attack essentially deals no damage, as it would in real life as well.
That's gym for you, but...
the confusion is extremely strong.
I'll tell you what I'm confused by is your picture. How old is that?
Nene said... He was like, get a picture of just you.
Yeah.
Who has a picture of just themselves? I'm a man.
Not a lot of adults.
I don't take selfies or anything.
Yeah.
And so this picture's from like 2 years ago.
Apparently none of us do. It was amazing. I saw that picture and I was like, how old is that?
Yeah, you knew right away.
Somehow you look even younger in your picture than you do in real life right now.
It's so little.
Yeah.
I didn't think people would notice.
No, you can tell.
But at the same time, it's from like 2 years ago. I don't look that different.
You look pretty different.
I don't think anybody else would notice.
It's hard to quantify how different you look because there's nothing that I can point to and be like, look, see, your nose is smaller. But you look different.
I don't know what it is, but it is from like 2 years ago, so that's fair.
That explains
I need some new pictures of just myself.
So this is bonus content, but what did we actually talk about in the show today that's worthwhile?
Well, we did a little food fight.
Uh-huh.
We tried the new Coke Starlight.
Yeah.
And we found out... Are we
going to spoil our thoughts, or...?
We just couldn't figure it out, it seemed like, as we shouldn't be able to, because it's from space.
It's a mystery?
Yeah, it's from space. We don't really know space, so we shouldn't be able to tell what flavor it is.
We have no idea.
So we'll be able to
It could taste like space, it could not. That's the genius of creating this flavor.
So you guys can check that out, and it was pretty... I won't say if we thought it was good or bad.
Yeah.
How about that? We'll just leave it at that.
You're going to need to listen through to the podcast to see what we thought. We also, another spoiler alert, we talk about, or non-spoiler alert, we talk about our Marvel movie rankings. We give our top 5 and bottom 3. But again, you're going to have to listen through to see where we actually ranked everything. You want to give them one movie that you didn't rank?
That I didn't rank?
Yeah, what's one that was not in your top 5 or bottom 3?
That I thought like is a good movie or bad movie?
Just say any movie that's not in the top 5
You
want to
know one for me?
Sure.
I think that Black Panther, little overrated.
Really?
Little overrated.
I liked Black Panther.
I think it's a solid movie, but people act like it's a top 5.
It's not a top. I don't think it's a top 5.
It's
not in my top 5 as well. I'll agree with you on that. I find that Black Panther and Shang-Chi very similar. Kind of an origin story type in a sense, like showing the home and some of it's just giving you some background on the character. And some of it's pretty cool. For Shang-Chi, definitely very long. I think it felt like it could have been shorter, but that said, as long as it was, there was usually something going on. So I appreciate that. So Black Panther and Shang-Chi, those are similar movies to me. Near the top, like a upper half of the Marvel movies, but maybe not the best. Yeah.
I would say also some of the text we got in, holy moly.
Yeah. Why don't you read some of those?
So, yeah, exactly. These people probably don't listen because they listen to it live, obviously. So you wouldn't think they'd go back and listen to the podcast. So we can't offend anybody. I won't use names because these takes are so trash.
Yeah.
Someone said Endgame was awful.
Now that person, they don't know what they're talking about. They hate Marvel movies if you hate Endgame.
It's widely regarded as one of the best movies.
It's amazing. It packs more of an emotional punch as well as a lot of physical punch than almost any other Marvel movie.
We had someone who texted in who was upset with me because our lists were very different. She said that her number 1 was Captain America: Civil War.
Okay.
Number 2, the original Iron Man. Number 3, Endgame. 4, Ragnarok, and 5, Black Widow.
There seems to be near universal agreement on Ragnarok.
Yeah.
That is the most universally beloved, even higher than Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, I would say so too, because it does have that comedic, a little bit of comedic value in it as well.
It's somehow, a lot of the Marvel movies feel very similar. That one has its own very unique style to it.
Yeah, it does.
And we appreciate that.
So that take there, that top 5 there, that I can't agree with.
Yeah.
There's some rough ones there, but maybe if you guys listen, go ahead and text in your top 5 Marvel movies.
It's one person.
You guy, you gal, text in.
Unless you're listening in a group setting.
Then you all text in.
Yeah. Text in, listen all the way to the end of the podcast to hear our Marvel rankings. And don't forget to stop by the RadioU Riot Facebook page for our Coca-Cola Starlight food fight video you can see there. And also keep that handy, because tomorrow the tentative plan is to have an after show where we try a bunch of coffee creamers that we finally found.
Exciting.
Yep, it's all coming up. We'll catch you later.
See you guys.
This is The Riot. RadioU.
What was your weekend, Hudson?
My weekend was, it was a quiet weekend. I didn't have a ton actually going on, but you may notice about me, Isaiah, that my face is a little more exposed than normal.
You are a little bit more exposed. I noticed right away when I walked in that you no longer are rocking your beard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still have something, right?
You still have a little bit.
Stubbly? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, you didn't take it.
What level would you give it? It's more than 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, it's a little bit more, I would say, but it's not like, I wouldn't say that you have like a beard right now. I would say that you have stubble.
Okay. Well, I have stubble at the moment. I was planning on, with, as winter is dying down and we move towards warmer weather, it's not so, I had shaved or grown my beard out quite long, right?
Yes.
Like it was pretty long.
It was very long.
So I was just going to go to more of a typical, like just a layer of hair.
Yeah.
But to start, I wanted to shave it down much shorter to see how that would look. And it doesn't look great.
No, I think you look great this morning.
What do you mean? You think I should keep this?
I think you should shave it all the way down.
No,
I think we should go to babyface, Hudson.
It was shorter, because we had a whole weekend. So it was shorter a couple of days ago. I wanted to shave it down shorter before I really saw people at work again.
Oh, yeah.
Before I was on video again.
Yes.
I wanted to shave it down and see and give it time to grow back a little bit. So this is a little longer than it probably was on Saturday morning when I did this. And it still needs to get a bit longer.
So what is the look we're going for now?
Well, we're
just like a subtle beard, like just like a low key kind of like trimmed close to face beard.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it close. We're gonna keep it close and under control instead of just the winter wild man type.
It was
look.
a wild man look. So now that we're doing this more like professional looking beard, are you gonna like are you 100%. Gonna like line it up? Like what's your plan? Or
line it up?
Yeah, like you like line up your beard,
I'll try.
You're gonna try to keep it scaped up a little bit,
Yeah, it's just tough when you're waking up so early in the morning to keep that part under control.
Yeah,
but we'll keep the length a little more manageable. The real reason that I thought now was a good time to shave it again is because of the winter. I was like, I don't need so much to protect my face from the elements. And then I was outside yesterday.
It's still pretty cold.
And and I was like, the wind was whipping, and I was like, should I just wear a mask? I'm a wimpy man, and I can get away with wearing a mask. People think it's because I'm really health conscious, and it's not. It's just because my face is cold.
Yeah, now you feel like everybody else. That's why everybody else is so cold when they're outside. But I feel like this is just a process where you shave it down, and then a couple months from now, you're going to look exactly like you did a couple days ago.
No, it's not going to be that long.
You think you're going to continue to trim it? You're going to keep up with it?
I'm going to keep it trimmed. Again, I got to let it grow back a little bit longer than this, but it is going to be shorter and under control for a while.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
I'm excited to see you keep up with it. That's what I can't wait to see.
We should both shave down. I mean, I should shave down, and then we should have a race to see who can grow a beard faster.
It's definitely you. It's 100% you.
That's probably true.
Welcome to The Riot, where you listen to us, and that's it. It's pretty much a one-way street. The Riot. RadioU.
We've got a crisis in Florida where conservationists are trying to save the manatees, which is something I feel that I've been hearing for most of my life, that manatees are in danger. when I was growing up, I used to see you'd like watch the Animal Planet or Discovery Channel, and it would show the manatees, and it was like they're getting hit by those airboats. You know, the boats with the big fan.
Oh, yeah, they're getting run over, right?
They're getting run over, and people, I feel like we're hunting them for some, I don't know. There's just always a different story with the manatees. Well, you know what it is now? The manatees don't have enough food to eat.
I feel like there's a lot of food in the ocean, though.
There's a lot of food in the ocean, but not the food that the manatees want, evidently.
Well, if they were going to be a picky eater, I mean, come on.
That's right. Manatees are experiencing an unusual, they say it's an unusual mortality event, and it's most likely due to a lack of seagrass, because that's what they like to eat. There's, I don't know, it's like lettuce that grows in the bottom of the swamp or
and
wherever
they've eaten
manatees
it all,
live.
Or what? Like, why is there's no seagrass left? I feel like grass just grows back.
They haven't eaten it all. They say that it is because of, they think it is because of an algal bloom, like algae, some kind of algae bloomed, and it killed off the seagrass temporarily. And so they're experiencing a seagrass shortage. There are currently 50,000 fewer acres of seagrass than there were in 2009.
That's not good.
No, so it's going down.
So you'd think that the manatees, like, do they only eat seagrass? Like, they eat one thing.
It sounds like pretty much that's all they eat.
I feel like, I can't really speak on this, but I feel like they need to widen their palate a little bit. Have they tried meat?
There's lots.
Like, they're a big animal.
I know, but they're big and lumbering. What are they going to catch?
I don't know. I feel like they catch anything. You're in the ocean. Like, you can't catch another fish and just eat it.
Have you seen how fast fish are?
Yeah, I mean, I know they're fast.
Have you seen how slow a manatee is?
I've never seen a manatee in action, but I feel like
they're at the zoo.
They're quicker than you'd think.
No, they're not.
They've got to be
slower
quicker
than you think.
I feel like within like a 10 feet radius, they have a little bit of quick action to them, a little agility to them, maybe.
I don't know what.
But over the 50-yard
on.
mark, they might be a little bit slower.
Yeah, they're not. They're an offensive lineman. In
for sure. But the first couple steps are where they're at.
Well, here's what we do to help the manatees. We don't try to get them to eat other foods. We're trying to, as a people, as a human race, we're trying to help out the manatees. Conservation groups are going into the swamps and whatnot, and they are dropping romaine lettuce, mostly romaine, whatever lettuce they can use, but primarily romaine lettuce. And they'll use that as a stand-in for seagrass. And they have increased the amount of romaine that they're going to be dropping to about 20,000 pounds per week. They're going to be dropping for the manatees, so they have something to eat.
This makes no sense at all.
Why not? Why?
Because, Hudson, think about this. If I fed you just romaine lettuce, there's no shot you would be as fat as these manatees are. There's no way.
So what? You think there's something they're not telling us?
They're eating something else. There's no way they're only eating salad. They're so huge. They're humongous creatures.
Maybe you think about how big they would be if they had a more unhealthy diet.
If they were eating fish, they'd be huge.
Right.
They wouldn't be able to move.
Fish is a very lean protein as well.
But I mean, not like salad though. They're eating.
It's
they're
not
eating
as
straight
lean as
grass.
salad. That's true.
But at the same time, these conservation groups, like these guys got a lot of free time. If they're feeding these manatees, like they're going and picking up romaine lettuce, and they're going and dropping off for them. Good for them.
Yeah,
if they're doing that.
That's
very impressive. But at the same time, I'm like, what do you guys do?
They should be out feeding the homeless too.
They could come over to my house and cook me dinner. It sounds like they have that much free time.
Well, cooking is a little more involved.
Oh, yes, yeah, you're right. You're right.
They can drop anything off for the manatees.
You guys can drop off Wendy's at my house, I guess.
Yeah, that's an idea though. If they're all for helping out, it sounds like.
Yeah, but we got to save these manatees.
Yeah, they're in need and you're in need.
You know, it's all the same.
Bring food to everybody.
Drop them off first and then make your way over to my house. I wouldn't mind.
Diamonds might be most girls' best friend, but for Nikki, it's DoorDash. The Riot on Radio U.
You ever been to Chicago, Isaiah?
I have been to Chicago twice.
You've been to Chicago twice?
Twice in my life, yes.
The Windy City.
The Windy City.
Chi-Town.
Yes.
The Midwest's oyster. I made that one up. That's
the Midwest oyster? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
People in Chicago take offense to that.
Yeah, they probably do. Well, you know what Chicago, what would you say Chicago is known for?
I would say probably you think about some of the sports teams.
Okay.
The Bears.
Yeah.
The Bulls.
Yeah.
The Blackhawks. Are there any others?
The White Sox and Cubs.
The White Sox and Cubs,
yeah.
yes.
Not many of them are much good.
No, not a lot of good teams there.
No, the Bulls are fine this year.
Yeah, the Bulls are okay. I'd say that would be the main thing.
Okay. Well, you would.
Yeah, of course, I'm a sports fan.
Yeah. Anything else that comes to mind?
I don't know, crime.
Now, the people of Chicago take offense to that, but also
yes,
they're
they
like,
would.
He's got a point, though.
Yeah.
Also, pizza. And
pizza,
then,
yes.
And then maybe after the pizza is the bean. Have you seen the Chicago bean?
No, don't even get me started about the bean.
What do you mean?
The bean's kind of far down the list.
It is kind of far. It's weird. If you go... Chicago has if you've never been or you've never seen it, they have a big, massive silvery bean near the center of town. And this feels like something that a smaller town would have, you know? Like, it's mostly smaller cities that are like, we have the world's largest ruler or whatever.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, they have I don't know if it's the world's largest bean. It's up there. It's in the top 10.
That's not a thing to brag about. I just want you to know that it's
not something to be proud
little
of.
overrated,
Yeah.
the bean.
I mean, Chicago, it's got a lot of good qualities.
But I'm not like, I have to see the bean.
No, I had to see the bean.
I've
the
seen
last
the
time
bean.
I was in Chicago.
I went there because everybody makes such a thing about it. And then you go, and it's this big silver bean.
Do they make such a thing about it?
They do make a thing about it. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm from Chicago. You know the bean? I'm like, yep,
Bean Town, they call it?
I know the bean.
No, they don't call it that. The Chicago bean has been vandalized, though.
No.
Yeah.
Now, I was just dissing the bean, but I would never vandalize it.
No, of course. This is the kind of attitude that gets the bean vandalized.
You got to respect the bean.
You respect the bean.
Yes, enough.
But one man, 18 years old, is in custody after he was caught spraying graffiti onto the bean late one evening on late Friday evening.
Do we have what was he drawing on there? Did he get his name? Did he sign the bean? Are we sure?
We don't know.
Dang.
We don't know. But there's another guy. It appears that it was a tandem.
Oh, no. A duo act?
Yeah.
Jeez. If one wasn't bad enough.
Yeah. So one guy maybe on the loose, he might have escaped.
Oh, man. That's always rough.
So
when you're the one that get caught and your friend got out of there.
Yeah, right. So I don't know.
It says he was kicked in the body. Did you get that part?
What, the guy who was spray paint? Man, that's pretty aggressive for spray painting the bean. Yeah, I guess they take the bean seriously.
They take it real serious. Police kicked him in the body. What were you doing when you trying to? I mean, number one, I wonder how much police surveillance there is on the bean. Obviously, it's a big deal because if in the middle of the night, I assume is when they did this.
It's actually 6:10 p.m.
No, it was not.
It was broad daylight
in the afternoon.
Yeah.
No chance. You're 100% getting caught every time. There's people there.
Yeah, it's a tourist attraction.
Yeah, there was definitely people there at 6:10.
I don't know. Tourists are dumb, though.
They just not notice?
Especially if they're going to see the Chicago bean.
They definitely would notice,
They probably just thought it was part of the show.
If the kids next to them came with a spray paint can and were just spraying on it, I feel like that'd be a little bit of an alarm.
Maybe they thought it was
over here.
They were just adding some local flavor.
Flavor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say maybe next time you want to vandalize a pretty big thing, one of the bigger deals in town. Maybe you wait till it gets dark outside.
Yeah, that's probably wise, right?
But at the same time, they might as well get caught then. If you can't even wait till it's dark out, you got to get arrested. You got to take a kick to the body. That was deserved.
You do. It's messed up though that he got kicked.
No, they did it during daylight.
I just mean was he fighting back? If you get caught spraying the Chicago bean, you just take your L.
Oh, you take
your L. You don't fight back. You just accept it.
I hope they got him from the side. I know we're blindsided him.
I hope they kicked him right in the kidney. Right in the... Would be appropriate.
We would say rate and review the podcast. But let's be honest, that would probably hurt more than hell. The Worst of the Riot podcast.
You got anything going on tomorrow, Isaiah?
Tomorrow's a pretty big day. It's a big day in our household at home.
March 1st?
March 1st is a pretty large day. Okay. I would say it's only second to July 14th, which is my birthday. But tomorrow is my son's birthday.
Your son?
My son, Jim.
Your fur babies?
My little dog.
You call him your fur baby?
I don't call him my fur baby, no.
Why not?
I refer to him as just my son.
Just your son.
My little prince.
Your dog son.
My little man. And he turns 1 year old tomorrow. His first birthday. Also his golden birthday, as his birthday is March 1st. So this is going to be a double whammy of a special day for him tomorrow. So we've got a lot planned.
Such as?
We're going to try to hit the dog park tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe meet up with some of his dog friends. Obviously, there will be some treats involved, gifts, pictures. Everything that comes with the birthday for Jim.
Can you say what gifts you're going to get? Will he be spoiled? Is he listening?
No, he doesn't listen. No, he's
right
sound asleep.
You don't put the radio on? You don't put Radio U on for him?
No,
to keep him company?
No.
I thought it might be a nice idea.
It would be a good idea.
Especially because he would hear your voice.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd like that. I think he just would rather sleep.
Okay.
But tomorrow, I'm getting him a new collar for his birthday.
Ooh.
He's ready for his man collar. I'm going to get him a little chain, a little silver chain collar. And just to kind of like bump him up a couple, notches,
He's going to be feeling like $1 million.
He's going to go from like a 3 to a 6, I would say, on the attractiveness scale.
A whole 6.
A whole 6.
Wow.
He's gonna get 3 bonus points for the chain. And so, because he looks like an old man, everyone who sees him just automatically thinks he's like 8 years old because he's got the wrinkly face and the droopy eyes. And I'm always like, oh yeah.
And his name is Jim.
Yeah, his name's Jim too. Which
sorry
goes
to the
with
Jims out there, but normally if you're a child and you have the name James, you don't go by Jim. You go by James or Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't go by Jimmy. He does not like Jimmy.
He does
not like Jimmy.
It makes him feel too young.
He goes by Jim.
He's trying to be taken seriously.
Yeah, he's
as an adult.
Just like his father, he considers himself a man. So but yeah, tomorrow's Jim's birthday, so we're gonna have a special day lined up for Jim. I'm sure we'll talk about it more tomorrow too.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll really talk about it on Wednesday. After we find out how he ruins it.
Oh, he's going to ruin it.
How he just goes ham on his birthday.
He's going to go crazy. I mean, there's going to be no holding back. I can't get mad at him on his birthday.
No.
I'm going to come home and the house is going to be torn to shreds.
I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm excited for just whatever happens.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Jim's birthday, anything goes.
Why pay for so many streaming services that you don't really care about when you can not really care about The Riot for free? Radio U.
There is a big fight going on, trying to get all the NFL broadcast personalities into their proper roles, and these broadcast companies are willing to pay an unreal amount of money to do that. For some reason, they think it's worth it to get just the biggest, newest, hottest name to get into these analyst roles for their football broadcasts. They're willing to pay an amount of money that is just absurd.
Which doesn't even make any sense.
It doesn't.
Because you're going to watch the game no matter what.
That's right.
No matter who is on the broadcast, it could be me and you. And we could do a terrible job.
Yeah.
And if we're doing the Browns game, I'm watching it every single time. If it's so bad, I'll just mute the TV. But I'm still tuning in every time.
Right. I'm 100% with you. So this is why I don't understand. Get a load of this. Sean McVay. He is the Super Bowl winning head coach of the Los Angeles Rams. There was some speculation that after he won the Super Bowl, there was some talk that he might retire. Since then, he has put that speculation to bed. He says he's coming back. He's going to be with the Rams. But that didn't stop some of these broadcast entities from trying to lure him away from coaching to become an NFL analyst. So listen to this. Amazon Prime Video, they're going to be doing Thursday Night Football from now on for the next little while. They were willing to pay $100 million to hire Sean McVay to be their Thursday Night Football broadcast analyst.
$100 million?
$100 million.
If I was Sean, I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
But you got to take that deal.
Yeah, you're not going to make that much coaching.
No, not at all. Right now, it's supposed to be between 15 to 18 million per year.
That's ridiculous.
And so when you think about it, he's only working 1 day a week. You're just working Thursday.
And does that even work?
Does it work?
You're just watching football.
Exactly. So it'd be so much less work. You make way more money. Sean, just take the deal, man.
What is he thinking?
The Rams in a couple years, trash.
Yeah.
100% trash.
You've already won a Super Bowl.
You got rid of all your first-round picks. Matthew Stafford's getting up there in age.
Yep.
Von
He's
Miller
getting
up
on
there
in years,
age.
Long in the tooth.
Oh, man. Like, your team is going to disintegrate here in a couple seasons. Just get out of there while it's good, buddy.
And you take the paycheck and you say, I could come back to coaching anytime.
Oh, yeah. He can return in a couple years.
If he has a few bad years of coaching, you know what he's not going to be getting? offers for $100 million to be the broadcast analyst.
They'll
move on to the
now.
next guy.
Right now, he's at like peak broadcast because he's still young. He's a good-looking guy. He would be able to go on there, but like a couple years from now, maybe he has a couple bad seasons. All of a sudden, he's getting up there in age. He's not quite as young and hip and fun.
Right.
He's not getting that $100 million contract.
There'll be a newer, younger, hipper guy.
Oh, yeah.
That Amazon will offer $100 million 2 years from now.
Exactly.
So he should take the money and run right now. Then he can come back to the NFL. But it just doesn't make sense. Sean McVay has literally, as far as I know, not broadcast a day in his life.
Never.
He's been an NFL head coach and then an assistant coach prior to that. Like his whole life has been coaching, his whole professional life. He's not done broadcasting. How is that worth $100 million?
See, I think it's because he's like well known as like having like one of the better like young minds in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's known for like his really incredible memory and stuff of like they would ask him like plays that happened years ago, and he would be able to reciprocate what happened. And so I think it's just like the trendy top pick recently, and he just won a Super Bowl, and so they're willing to do whatever it takes to get him on there.
But the thing is, like, just because you know football doesn't mean you. And I'm not saying this as like some. Like, Isaiah and I, we're radio people. We know what broadcasting is really about. But just because you know football doesn't mean you know how to talk about football on TV.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look.
And you've seen people like that before.
Oh, 100%.
People have come and gone that are really good at whatever sport, and then you put them on TV and they don't know what they're doing.
Oh, 100%. So hopefully, Sean just takes the deal.
If you're looking for hot takes on the day's most important news stories, you're in the wrong place. You're listening to The Riot on RadioU.
Isaiah, you've been to Disney World, right?
Yeah.
Disneyland,
yes.
Which one?
I've been to the one in Florida.
Okay, that's Disney World.
Disney World.
Walt Disney World, that is
been
called.
to that one.
Did you go on the Haunted Mansion ride?
See, I don't remember.
You don't?
I don't. I barely remember going. I went when I was like in 4th grade, I think.
Oh, so a couple of years ago?
Yeah, just a handful of years ago. So I don't remember anything. I remember what it looked like.
That's crazy because I went 3 times. I've been 3 times to Disney World. The most recent time I was probably like 14 maybe at most. I remember all of the times I went though pretty clearly.
When were the other times when you were like 6 and 9?
It was I went 3 times. They were all 4 years apart. So I think it was like 6, 10, and 14 maybe.
Jeez.
Sounds about right.
See, I just went the one time when I was like in 4th grade.
Oh, obviously my family was more well-to-do than yours.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, not everybody has like you did, Hudson.
I had a silver spoon in my mouth from a young age.
So I don't really remember it much, but I remember I had a grand time.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Haunted Mansion ride's a fun one. And Disney has tried in the past to make movies based off of their rides. Obviously, the most recent option being Jungle Cruise. It came out last year. But they also did a Haunted Mansion movie back in 2003 with Eddie Murphy. Ever seen it?
No, I've never seen that one.
Haven't seen it. Well, it's not good, but they're trying again. They're going to try their hand at making a new Haunted Mansion movie. It's coming out next year, March 10th. And this movie is going to star Tiffany Haddish. You know her?
One of my favorites.
Really?
No idea.
No, you're making that up?
No idea.
You would know her if you saw her. She's in commercials and stuff like that. You like commercials.
She's in commercials.
Yeah.
That's where we're at nowadays.
She's in, do you remember that movie Girls Trip? Have you seen that?
The movie Girls Trip?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen it?
No, let me see. Oh, I know. I recognize.
She's in that movie with Kevin Hart where he's dressed in a chicken suit, Night School or something like that.
Yep, I recognize her, yes.
Lakeith Stanfield will be in it. Owen Wilson. You know Owen Wilson.
Familiar with Owen Wilson, yes.
He's in Marry Me.
I know who Owen Wilson is. Come on.
He's in You, Me, and Dupree. He's in other stuff. Rosario Dawson. And so they are going to comprise some of the cast for the new Haunted Mansion movie coming in March of 2023. Does this have I won you over yet? Are you interested in going to see Disney's new Haunted Mansion movie?
See, I don't know. Is it scary? Is it going to be scary?
I think in a fun way.
See,
because just like if you remember the Haunted Mansion ride, it's it's a little spooky, but not in a way that would frighten children.
See, but at the same time, I don't really do scary. I get scared.
I don't think it's
going
to really be that scary.
See, I know you say that, but yet again, I don't do scary very well. There's been a lot of movies that weren't supposed to be scary that have been scary for me.
Name one.
Holes.
What?
Holes.
Holes?
Yeah.
What was scary about Holes to you?
I told you.
The movie with Shia LaBeouf?
Yes.
And Sigourney Weaver, John Voight.
Yes.
They're out in the desert.
Haunted my
digging
childhood.
holes, looking for treasure.
Scary. There's a lot of scary stuff in that movie. There's been multiple movies that weren't supposed to be scary. That for me were scary movies when I was younger.
What was scary to you about Holes?
It was the Madame whatever. Like, what was her name? The like witch lady. She was like the psychic or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. They carried her up the mountain. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she was
What's scary about her?
She was scary in the movie.
You will carry Madam something up the mountain.
There was a little bit of an accent there. It was scary. It haunted my nightmares.
It wasn't a good accent, was it?
It was scary. So that's where I am with this movie.
All right. You know
I need
what?
a trailer.
If you're scared by holes, then this probably isn't the movie for
Is it
you.
going to be cartoon? Is it going to be animated? Have we gotten that? Are we getting animated?
No, this is a live-action movie.
Oh, okay. Then it won't. I should be open. I don't know. What's scarier, cartoon or live action? It has to be live action.
Live
right?
action is more realistic.
Yeah, so maybe this is going to be a little too much for me.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to handle it.
2 is better than 1.
Unless we're talking about The Riot.
The Riot, Radio U.
It is food fight time on The Riot, although for something that we just seem to keep on doing over and over again, it's less of a food fight and more of a drink fight.
Yes, a little bit, I would say.
We've got Coke Zero. Well, for me, it's Coke Zero. For you, it's just Coke Starlight. And we are going to give it a try. It is the new variety of Coke that supposedly it tastes like, what? Like space.
It's supposed to taste like space, I guess.
It says on here, it actually says space flavored. Can you get the camera angle, Isaiah, so that people can see? I'm not just making that up.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can join us on the RadioU Riot Facebook page, of course, if you'd like to see this. It is actually space flavored.
Is it supposed to be like actually taste like space? Like, how would you know, though, what space tastes like?
You go up there and take your helmet off, stick your tongue out.
And just see what hits the taste buds there.
See what hits the taste buds. That's exactly right.
I don't know if that's gonna taste like space, but at the same time, what I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah. Well, I guess we got to take a taste and then see if we feel like this is what we expect space.
So
to
we've got we have the regular one and the zero.
Yes. Are you going with the regular?
I think we should try. I'm gonna try the regular first.
Okay. Well, I've got a little sample of the regular here.
So we'll both try this one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, smell. What does that smell like?
It smells good. That is good.
You know what? That's pretty tasty.
I like that. I don't know what that is. That's cherry? What is that?
It can't be cherry.
Strawberry?
Actually,
is it
you know what?
strawberry?
Maybe it could be cherry.
Is it strawberry?
I kind of like it. It has enough regular Coke flavor.
Yeah.
But it also has something quite unique about it.
Now we'll try the zero.
Yep. See if it's really a difference or if it's just healthier.
Bleh.
It tastes the same. What are you talking about?
Doesn't taste the same.
It tastes 100%.
It actually does almost taste the exact same.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit different.
Give Coke their credit.
It's a little bit different, but it tastes nearly the exact same.
It has the slightest extra sweetness at the end that sticks on your tongue after you've already swallowed.
Yeah, if you gave me them back to back, I would not be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
And they both taste good, though.
You like it?
I do like it. Would I buy it? I'm not a big pop drinker.
Yeah.
But I think if I was going to get a pop, like if I was like, I'm going to get one, I would consider it.
This would be an option for you?
I wouldn't get the zero, though. I'm not if I'm going to get pop, I'm not going to do the zero because I don't drink it enough to where like I feel like I need to get zero.
Look at the nutrition facts on your bottle.
Oh, no.
And then see if you might want the
Holy
zero.
moly! This is unreal. And I thought this is the highest pop sugar that we've ever had.
Uh-huh.
This was higher than we...
Wait, how high is it?
65 grams.
How much... What's percent of your daily value is that?
That is approximately looking like 129%.
Oh, no.
That's more than what?
You took like 2 sips, and that is all of your sugar you're allowed to have for the day.
This is the most sugar that we've ever had in a pop.
Oh, my gosh.
Because before it was when we did the soda shop flavors, the Pepsi soda shops.
Those were unreal.
Which were 56 grams, and this is now 65 grams.
Yeah, so you can't go with that. You got to go with the zero.
The zero, 100%. Now that I look at that, I can't even finish this. This is unreal.
Unfortunately, my lips have touched the actual bottle here, so I've
already cracked it open.
This is all mine.
It tastes good.
It is. What do you think it tastes like, though? Like, obviously, they say space, but what is the actual flavor?
I keep coming back to cherry. To me,
but they already have cherry Coke.
I know it's like
it doesn't taste like cherry Coke.
Like a strawberry, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think it's strawberry. I think it could be. There could be some cherry in there.
Some berry.
Cherry vanilla-ish?
Cherry vanilla.
Yeah.
But they already have that.
They already have.
They already have cherry vanilla.
There's some underlying flavor that we don't understand. And that's the space.
Clearly we're not going to be able to understand that. We can't even comprehend.
Stardust, meteors, what else is in space?
The
satellite. It tastes like the moon.
The galaxy.
That's what we're tasting. Yeah. It's pretty good, though. It is, like, if you like regular Coke, you're probably going to wind up liking this a lot,
you would definitely like this one.
We've done you a favor by selecting the best of the worst and compiling it all in one place. Riot Podcast Radio U.
So when you think of Texas, I'm sure the first thing you probably think of is everything's bigger there.
Oh, it's all bigger.
But the other thing when you think of Texas, barbecue, right?
Little barbecue in Texas, okay.
They take their barbecue seriously. But even in Texas, nobody seems to take barbecue as seriously as this one guy in Texas. His name is Andre Thomas. He's 36 years old. He's facing some charges over how he reacted to a barbecue situation.
Oh, no.
He's facing 2 charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He was willing to get lethal over the situation, and burglar of habitation. Here's what happened. He went to Dickey's Barbecue, which is that's a
chain.
That's your first mistake right there. In Texas, you should know better.
Yeah,
that you don't go to Dickey's. You go to somewhere, a hole in the wall.
Yeah, a local place.
You go to something out of a trailer. You go to something with a tent. If it doesn't have a tent, it's not going to be good barbecue. Texans should know that. So Andre goes to Dickey's Pit Barbecue. He gets his order, and it turns out as he leaves with his order, he gets to his car, and he decides that he did not get the amount of sauce he was hoping for.
Oh no!
So he's sitting in the parking lot. He calls into the store. He, picks up his phone, calls to Dickey's, and he says, "I did not get enough barbecue sauce with my order." The employees tried to calm him down, but it was all in vain, evidently, because after he got off the phone with them, he waited for one of the employees to leave the building, and it looks like he chased them. It looks like he chased them down and shot at them in their car. Now, fortunately, everybody's okay. Nobody got injured. Nobody was actually, harmed in the situation. But it was all because Andre did not get enough sauce for his Dickey's Barbecue that he decided to go to the gunfire route.
Instead of, going back inside and being like, hey, could I get, a little bit more sauce? I was hoping for a little more sauce. Can I just get a side of the barbecue sauce?
I mean, he was still in the parking lot.
You didn't even go home yet.
Yeah.
I know. Checked.
There's some level of embarrassment. What do you do? If you go get a pickup order somewhere, do you look at it
inside? I'll go right inside.
In front? Yeah, but do you look at the order in front of them? You open up the bag? Because I feel like that's an insult.
No, I look in the bag. It depends how it is, though. If I'm the only one in line, 100% looking in the bag. Yeah. If I haven't got my card back yet.
While they're staring at you?
Oh, yes. Haven't got my card back yet. 100% looking in the bag. But if I get handed the bag, I've got a line behind me. I already have my card. Yeah. Then I'm just pulling forward. I'm still checking the bag in the parking lot, though. Oh, yeah. Because if it's wrong, I'm right inside. Yeah. I am directly inside.
I'm with you. I check the bag, but I will not do it in front of them.
I will.
Even though they deserve that. Yeah. I should do it in front of them so they know that I don't trust them, but I don't want them to know.
Because right away I would just be like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Save me some time since you guys messed up.
But I don't want to make them,
grab me another.
I don't want to make them feel bad unnecessarily. Because if they got it right, no need for feelings to be hurt.
See, for me, it's a slight check. Do I have everything? Yeah. Do I have my fry? Do I have my cheeseburger?
You think you can just simply open up the bag, not actually dig through it, but just open it, give them a look, and see if they break? See if you can tell in their eyes if they've messed up?
Oh, if they know they messed up and they're just letting it fly, then I don't care if they feel bad if I'm looking in there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So maybe that's the route to go.
Andre here, a little bit of an aggressive tack.
He took it to another level.
Yeah, a little bit too far.
He did not need to get gunfire involved, but it says that he does have a criminal history dating back to 2009. He's already out on bond. So he's out. He has stuff going on.
What the rules should be is Andre no longer allowed to have barbecue.
That would be tough.
Ever.
That'd be tough.
I'm talking ever. You ruined it. Sorry.
Tough, but you know what? That might be a little cruel and unusual.
You lost privileges.
Store at room temperature? Now that they can do. The Riot RadioU.
Isaiah and I have talked about doing this for a long time, sitting down and actually ranking the Marvel movies. Now, I'm not going to rank, we're not going to do this personally, but also we certainly wouldn't do this on the air where we rank every single movie all in order.
No chance.
But we'll give you the top 5 and bottom 3. Now, before we rank them, which ones have you not seen? What is your blind spots at the moment?
The only ones I have not seen, I believe, is just Spider-Man.
The newest Spider-Man.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man.
No Way Home.
No Way Home is the only one I haven't seen.
I have not seen Eternals or Black Widow. And I think I've seen The Incredible Hulk, but I don't even remember.
Nah, that one doesn't even count.
Ago. Yeah, that one is, it's technically a part of everything, but doesn't really count.
Doesn't really count.
You want to do your top 5 first?
You start your top 5 because I'm still like...
You're still sorting it out?
I'm still bringing it together in my head as we speak, so...
Well, I have a top 5, and I was thinking if I had to narrow it down to a top 3, I couldn't do it. The top 5, it's too close, but I have a clear top 5. The number 6 movie, it's far enough down, it's not in the conversation. So top 5. The top movie, I think, is Thor Ragnarok. That's my favorite. Gotta love that one.
Oh, goodness.
Uh-oh.
That's your number 1? Is that what you're saying?
I think that's my number 1.
Okay, go on.
I also have Captain America Civil War. The first time we get to see so many of the of the new kind of group of heroes in that one.
Before we continue this, because this is going to mess up my whole list, are you just excluding Endgame and Infinity War?
No, why?
Okay, just continue then. Continue.
No, I also had Spider-Man Homecoming, my favorite of the Spider-Mans.
Okay.
I have Captain America Winter Soldier.
There you go.
And I have Endgame.
At number 5?
Well, they're not really in order.
What do you mean they're not in order?
I told you they're also close.
If they're not in order,
I don't know how long do you want me to spend on this? Trying to.
I just assumed you'd be able to come out with the number 1, like your number 1.
I think Ragnarok is number 1.
Okay, it's number 1.
But as far as the top 5, they're all pretty close. I'm not going to rank them 1 through 5. Those are just my top 5.
That's fair. Okay, so that's your 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Then that's okay. As you left out. Okay. So I'll do mine. We'll just move on to mine. I actually put mine in order because you know what? I'll take a stand.
I
will just take a stand.
5 to 1.
So you mean 5 to 1? Well, oddly enough, the number 5 one is the one that I'm really tossing around in my head as I'm speaking right now.
You're not sold on it?
See, I'm not sold on my number 5. What I'm going to toss in there is I was gonna say Doctor Strange because I wanted to have a standalone movie, which that's my favorite standalone movie. So I'm gonna stand on that. He's my favorite character.
Yeah, he is your favorite.
And so I wanted to have a standalone because every other one is mainly a collab movie. Obviously,
sure.
So number 4 for me is Ragnarok.
Okay, that's a good one. That's universally beloved.
Oh much. Yeah. Number 3, Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Number 2,
we're on the same page.
Number 2, Infinity War, and then number 1 is Endgame for me.
Really?
Yeah, it's number 1. It still stands alone. I think Infinity War and Endgame are they can go either way. I think I would actually put Infinity War at 1 and Endgame at 2. Yep.
What do you base that off? Of?
I just like the movie. I also watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
And so that bumps up. But it's just the fight scene, the end fight scene in Infinity War is just so good. When Thor comes down, it's unreal.
Yeah, but I think the end fight scene in Endgame,
I think it's also very good.
It was borderline emotional for me.
Oh yeah,
when everybody starts coming out of the portals. So
yeah, those two are interchangeable for me. I like them both. There's just a lot going on in both of those. So let's move on to bottom 3.
Bottom 3, you go first.
Okay, bottom 3 for me.
In no particular order?
No particular order for this, just because it's the bottom 3. It's Black Widow and then both the Thor movies. The Dark World and just Thor.
Oh, yeah. See, the first Thor, that one I can see. That one's low for me. I haven't seen, obviously, Black Widow is one of my blind spots. Here's mine. I've got one that may be controversial. So Dark World, that is almost universally considered one of the bottom 3.
Yeah.
Then you also have Captain Marvel, which I don't think that's so controversial to say.
Yeah.
I don't think that one was as well received. And still, Captain Marvel as a character, as I continue to see her, like she's in the tail end of Shang-Chi and whatever, not a fan. There's not a fan of the character.
Captain Marvel?
There's just no joy in that character.
See, I like Captain Marvel. I just wish that, because she's so good, like she's so strong, I just wish that she would...
Too powerful?
I just wish she would show up, you know? I just wish she would show up, but continue.
I just wish she had a little more of a personality.
Okay, fair.
And then finally, this is the controversial one. Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is trash take.
The second one.
Trash
The second one makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And I didn't like it.
That's fair.
That was one where I remember being like kind of upset when I left the movie theater. And that might be the only one I saw in theaters where I left going, what the heck?
Okay.
I'm not a fan.
You've made it all the way to the end of the Worst of the Riot. This show only exists because of support from listeners like you. Find out more and help out at RadioU.com/donate.